Hello students, today we will discuss regarding the preamble of the constitution. Preamble is the important part of the constitution of India. We can say Indian constitution having a preamble, that means it is having just like a identity card of the constitution. We know that American constitution was the first to begin with the preamble. Many countries including India followed this practice. The term preamble refers to the introduction or preface to the Constitution. It contains summary of the Constitution. Preamble to the Indian Constitution is based on objective resolution drafted and moved by Pandit Nehru and adopted by the Constituent Assembly. It has been amended by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act in 1976, which added three new words, that is, socialist, secular, and integrity. So, this is the preamble of the Constitution. We can see it is written over here. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political. Then liberty of thoughts, liberty of expressions, liberty of belief, liberty of faith, and liberty of worship. Then equality of status, you can see over here. Equality of opportunity, equality to promote among them all. Fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individuals and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, we have adopted this preamble of the Constitution. So let's proceed. What is the preamble? Preamble, what comes from preambulus. Preamble for any act is of introductory statement, purpose, philosophy, uses, ideas, and aspirations, principles, and objectives. So, what is preamble? Preamble is an introductory and expressionary statement in a document that explains the document's purpose and underlying philosophy. So, as I've said previously, preamble is the just like a I card of Constitution of India. Preamble to the Constitution of India is a brief introductory statement that states out guidelines which guide the people of the nation and to present the principles of the Constitution and to indicate the source from which the document derives its authority and meaning. Preamble to the Indian Constitution is based on, as we discuss, objective resolutions, and it has been amended in 1976 during 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, where three new words were added in the preamble, that is socialist, secular, and integrity. So the text of the preamble is: We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into the sovereign, a supreme ruler. Sovereign means a supreme ruler, which we have seen in the previous slide over here. Now, what are the ingredients of the preamble? Preamble reveals four ingredients of component. First, the source of authority of the Constitution. Second, nature of Indian state. That means it is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republican polity. Objective of the third is the objectives of the Constitution, which specifies justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. These are the objectives of the Constitution. And third, date of adoption of the Constitution. We have adopted the Constitution on 26 November 1949. So these are the four ingredients of preamble. Now, what are the key words in the preamble? Already we have seen the preamble of Indian Constitution. Now all these words, what we will study now, are mentioned in the preamble. The first is sovereign. The word sovereign implies that India is neither a dependency nor dominion of any other nation, but an independent state. That means there is no authority over it. It is free to conduct its own internal and external affairs. Next is socialist. Even before the term was added by the 42nd Amendment in 1976, the Constitution had a socialist content in the form of certain directive principles of state policy. The Congress Party itself adopted a resolution to establish a socialistic pattern of society in its Awadhi session as early as in 1955. And also, they have taken a measurable steps accordingly. The democratic socialism, on the other hand, holds faith in the mixed economy where both public and private sector coexist side by side. As the Supreme Court says, democratic socialism aims to end poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality of opportunity. Indian socialism is a blend of Marxism, Gandhism, that is Marxism and Gandhism. These are the two thought processes, and leaning heavily towards Gandhian socialism. So, in the preamble, the main word is socialist. Next is secular. The term secular too has added during the Act, 42nd Act. However, the Supreme Court said in 1974 All the words secular states, although the words secular state were not expressed mentioned in the constitution, there can be no doubt that constitution makers wanted to establish such a state. Accordingly, Article 25 to 28, which was included in the constitution. The Indian constitution embodies the positive concept of secularism, that is, all religion in our country have same status and support from the state. The next keyword is democratic. The democratic polity, as stipulated in the preamble, is based on the doctrine of popular sovereignty, possession of supreme power by the people. Democracy or democratic, let's say democracy, is of two types. One is direct type and other is indirect type. In indirect democracy, the people exercise their supreme power directly, as in the case in Switzerland. While in direct democracy, namely initiatives, recalls are considered, while in indirect democracy, on the other hand, the representatives elected by the people exercise the supreme power and thus carry on the government and makes the law. The fifth is republic. A democratic polity can be classified into two categories: monarchy and republic. We know that previously there were the states, there were the kingdoms. If a king is ruling one kingdom, after his tenure, his son will rule over that kingdom. So, in short, it's just like a monarchy. That means there is a hereditary position. But in Indian constitution, in the preamble, the word is republic. Means the head of the state, in short, the king of the country or queen of the country, is elected directly or indirectly from the people. That for the fixed period. Therefore, the term republic in our preamble indicates that India has an elected head called the president. It is elected indirectly for a fixed period of 5 years. Thank you. We'll discuss the further key points in the next lecture.